Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today I'm going to make a Shibori style diagonal rope shirt. As usual, I washed and dried my shirt, soaked it in some soda ash solution for at least 20 to 30 minutes, wrung it out of my Panda spin dryer so it's just barely damp. I also have the shirt turned inside out. Not too long ago, I made a shirt comparing the difference between smaller diameter rope and larger diameter rope with a Shibori style. Today I'm going to make a Shibori style shirt using the larger diameter rope and wrapping the shirt on a diagonal. So I'm laying the rope on the corner portion of the shirt and I'm going to wrap the shirt around the rope. For reference, this rope is 1.5 inches in diameter and it's made of polypropylene, so it won't soak up the dye the way a piece of cotton rope might. It's also 4 feet in length and the shirt I'm using is an adult size extra large. I'll leave a link for where I purchased this rope down below the video in the description. I couldn't find any in town, so I ended up ordering it online. After I wrap quite a bit of the shirt around the rope, I'm going to go ahead and start to press the shirt to the middle of the rope. As I press it into the middle, it's going to form wrinkles and folds which are going to add to our design. Once I press it as tightly as I can into the middle, I'm going to hold all those folds in place with some kite string. For this shirt, I'm going to use a single color. I'm going to use Bluebird from Dharma Trading Company. I've mixed up 1 cup of dye, and I mixed it according to the instructions from Dharma. I used 4 teaspoons of dye and 8 ounces of water. And as usual, I added a tablespoon of urea to my dye. As I mentioned earlier, this is a size extra large adult size shirt, and I'm going to use the entire 8 ounces of dye. This is the first time that I've used Bluebird by itself. I don't know if anybody else has had this issue, but I've noticed whenever I've used Bluebird, it has kind of overtaken the other colors that I've used it with. So to me, it seems to be a pretty powerful color. I've noticed it's a little bit different viscosity too. It seems to be a little thicker than most of the other Dharma dyes. It's a beautiful color though, so I'm really excited to see how it turns out on this shirt. I'm trying to evenly apply the dye to the shirt, and being able to spin the rope while I apply the dye makes the application a little bit easier. After I've applied all the dye to the shirt, I'm going to go ahead and use my hands to squish some of the dye down into the shirt a little bit. Then I'm going to set the shirt aside and allow it to process for at least 24 hours. To rinse the shirt, I took it to my utility sink and I began rinsing in cold water to rinse out any soda ash in the shirt. Then I untied the shirt and unwrapped it from around the piece of rope and gradually warmed the water up to hot to rinse out any of the excess dye that didn't bond with the shirt. After a few minutes, I went ahead and just ran some hot water in my utility sink, added a small splash of Blue Dawn dish soap, and allowed the shirt to soak. After the water cooled off, I came back and changed it out and repeated the soaking process a couple more times until the water was almost clear. Then I washed it in hot water and used a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent. After the shirt was washed and dried, this is what it looks like. So what do you guys think about this shirt? The first thing that I notice is that the white is not pure white. It's tinted blue. It doesn't look bad, but it's not a pure white. There are also a little bit larger chunks of white in this shirt than I've gotten with most of the Shibori rope shirts in the past. And the waffle design isn't quite as pronounced. I'm not sure if that's just a coincidence or whether that has something to do with maybe the bluebird color. For reference, I put a picture of the shirt that I made using the same rope, just a different color, so that you can kind of see the differences I'm talking about. The other shirt was made with Dances with Raisins, which is also a Dharma color. And it's the same size shirt, and I used the same amount of dye. But as you can see, I ended up with quite a bit more of the waffle style design to the shirt, and not quite as many large white chunks as I did on the bluebird shirt. You can still see the waffle design in the blue shirt, it's just not quite as pronounced as it is in the red one. Here again, I think it's maybe the differences in the two dyes. I'll leave a link to the red shirt down below in the video description. But overall, I really like the shirt. If I didn't have a shirt to compare it to, I would think it just ended up looking like a really cool shirt. So I'd like to know if any of you guys have had the same experience with Bluebird as I have. Drop me a comment down below and let me know. It's a beautiful color and I'd like to get the hang of working with it a little bit better. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.